The smell of pine reaches you first, not from a candle, not from a spray, from the tree itself, still dropping needles onto the hardwood floor. The lights are the big kind, the ones that get warm to the touch. And somewhere in the next room, someone is wrapping presents with paper that crinkles loud enough to hear through the wall. This is Christmas, not the idea of it, not the memory, the actual feeling, the one that lives in your body before your mind catches up. And if you close your eyes for just a moment, you can still find it. That particular quiet that settles over a house on Christmas Eve, the way time slows down, the way the world outside seems to pause just for you, just for this. But something has changed. The tree might still stand in the corner. The lights might still glow. But the room feels different now. The rhythm has shifted. The silence has filled with something else. So let's go back. Not all the way, just far enough. It's December 1974, a Thursday evening, maybe 6:30. The sun went down an hour ago, and the cold has settled in for real now. You can feel it through the window glass, even with the heat running. Outside, someone's car won't start. You hear the engine turn over, cough, and die. Then again, then nothing. Inside, the living room is small and warm. The television is on, a heavy box with dials and a channel knob that clicks when you turn it. The picture isn't perfect. There's a little static in the corner, a faint hum underneath the sound. But no one's getting up to fix it. The Christmas special is on. Frosty, or Rudolph, or Charlie Brown. It doesn't matter which one. What matters is that it only comes once a year. If you miss it, you miss it. There's no rewind, no pause. You sit down and you watch because this is the night it airs, and that's the only night there is. The tree stands in the corner by the window. It's a real one, bought from a lot downtown or cut from someone's land out past the edge of town. The branches are uneven. Some of them droop. The trunk had to be sawed flat to fit into the stand, and even now it leans just slightly to the left. But it smells like winter, like sap and cold air, and something green that doesn't belong indoors. The lights are strung in thick, looping strands, red, blue, green, orange, white. They're hot. If you touch one, you pull your hand back fast, and underneath the tinsel hangs in long silver strips, catching the light whenever someone walks past. The ornaments are a mix. Some are new, bought this year from the drugstore or the five and dime. Some are old, glass bulbs that belong to someone's mother. Cardboard stars colored in by small hands years ago. There's no theme, no matching set, just a collection of what's been gathered over time, hung wherever there's space. On the coffee table, there's a plate of cookies, not fancy ones. Sugar cookies cut into shapes, bells, stars, trees, and decorated with colored icing that's already starting to crack. Someone made them this afternoon and the kitchen still smells like butter and vanilla. Next to the plate, there's a mug of hot chocolate, the kind made with milk on the stove, not a packet. A skin has formed on top. No one's drinking it anymore, but no one's moved it either. The record player is on, not loud, just enough to fill the space between the television and the occasional creak of the house settling. Bing Crosby maybe, or Nat King Cole. The record spins, and every so often there's a faint pop, a skip, a place where the groove has worn smooth. But the song keeps going. The same songs as last year, the same songs as the year before that. In the kitchen, something is baking. You can't see it from here, but you know it's there. Maybe a ham for tomorrow. Maybe rolls. Maybe a pie that'll sit on the counter overnight, covered with a towel. The oven light is on, glowing yellow through the small window in the door. And someone checks it, bending down, opening the door just a crack to peek inside before closing it again. There are no phones ringing, no notifications, no screens glowing in the dark. If someone wants to reach you, they have to call the house, and the phone is in the kitchen, attached to the wall with a cord that stretches only so far. Most people don't call tonight. Tonight is for being where you are. The gifts are under the tree, wrapped in paper that's thickened and shiny. Some of it has creases where it was folded and taped. Some of it has been reused. You can see the old tape marks underneath, the places where it was carefully peeled off last year and smoothed flat to use again. The bows are the stick-on kind, bright and oversized. The tags are handwritten. The boxes sit there silent and patient, and everyone knows what's inside some of them. The shapes give it away, but no one says anything. Not yet. The house is full but not crowded. Grandparents might be here, or an aunt and uncle, or neighbors who stopped by earlier and stayed. People are sitting, some on the couch, some on chairs brought in from the dining room, some on the floor with their backs against the wall, and the conversations are low and slow, drifting from one subject to another without hurry. Someone mentions the weather, someone else talks about work, someone remembers a Christmas from years ago, and everyone listens, even if they have heard the story before. Children are here too, but they're quieter than usual, tired from the day, maybe, or caught in that strange suspension that happens on Christmas Eve when waiting becomes its own kind of event. They're lying on the floor watching the television or sitting close to the tree, staring at the lights. One of them shakes a box, gently, trying to guess. Another is already asleep on the couch, head tilted back, mouth open. No one is in a hurry. There's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. The evening stretches out, unhurried, unscheduled. If someone gets up, it's to get more coffee, to check the oven, to flip the record. But mostly people stay where they are, present, still. And outside, the neighborhood is the same. Lights in windows, wreaths on doors, driveways empty except for the cars that belong there. No one is ordering anything. No one is checking their phone to see where the delivery is. Everything that's coming has already arrived. This is the pace. This is the rhythm. Slow, steady, contained. Christmas happens in the rooms you're in, with the people who are there. It doesn't extend beyond that. It doesn't need to. And then somewhere quietly, without announcement, things begin to change. It doesn't happen all at once, not in a single year, not even in a single decade. It's gradual, a slow shift, like the way afternoon light moves across a floor. You don't notice it happening. You only notice eventually that it's different. The tree is still there, the lights are still on, but the room feels busier now, even when it's empty. It's December again, but this time it's now, the present, today. The tree is still in the corner, but it's not the same tree. It's artificial, pre-lit. The branches are even and symmetrical, each one perfectly spaced. It came out of a box. It went up in less than an hour. And when Christmas is over, it'll go back into that same box, stored in the garage until next year. There are no needles on the floor, no sap, no smell, unless you count the faint scent of plastic or the pine-scented candle burning on the mantle. The lights are small now, white, steady, they don't blink, they don't get hot. You can leave them on all night and nothing happens. They're energy efficient. They're safe, they're controlled by a timer, so they turn on at the same time every evening and turn off at the same time every night. No one has to think about it. The ornaments are different too, themed, matching, bought as a set from a store that specializes in holiday decor. Silver and white, or red and gold, or rustic farmhouse, each one carefully chosen to fit the aesthetic. There are no handmade ornaments, no cardboard stars, nothing that doesn't belong. The television is still on, but it's not a box anymore. It's flat, wide, mounted on the wall. The picture is perfect, sharp, bright, and the Christmas special isn't on a network at 7 o'clock. It's streaming, available whenever you want it. You can start it, stop it, pause it, rewind it. Watch it now or later or tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's always there, and maybe because it's always there, no one's really watching. The phone is in the room, but it's not on the wall. It's in someone's hand, in everyone's hand, small, glowing, demanding attention every few minutes. A text comes in, someone checks it, responds, sets it down, picks it up again, another notification, a photo from someone across the country, a video, a meme, a reminder that a package is arriving tomorrow. The music is still playing, but it's not a record. It's a playlist. streaming from a speaker that's small and sleek and connected to nothing you can see. The songs are the same songs, Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, but they're cleaner now. No pops, no skips, nowhere. And if you don't like this song, you can skip it instantly. On to the next one. The cookies are still on the table, but they're different. Ordered from a bakery, decorated with perfect icing, perfect edges, or maybe they're gluten-free, vegan, keto, made to fit someone's diet, someone's preferences, someone's restrictions. They're beautiful, almost too beautiful to eat. And next to them, there's bottled water, flavored sparkling water, kombucha, something healthy, something intentional. The kitchen isn't baking anything. Not tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe not at all. Dinner's been ordered, or catered, or assembled from a meal kit that arrived in a box 3 days ago with instructions and pre-measured ingredients. It's easier this way, faster, less mess. And besides, there's so much else to do. The gifts are still under the tree, but there are more of them now, many more, wrapped in paper that's thin and bright and printed with patterns that repeat. Some of them aren't wrapped at all. Some are still in the shipping boxes they arrived in, with address labels and packing tape. Some have already been opened days ago because they came early and no one wanted to wait. And some of the gifts aren't even here. They're digital, Baro. Gift cards sent by email, subscriptions, streaming services, things that don't take up space, things that don't require wrapping. The room is full of people, but it's quieter than it should be. Everyone is here, but not everyone is present. Someone is texting, someone is scrolling, someone is taking a photo of the tree to post online, adjusting the angle, adding a filter. Someone is on a video call with family who couldn't make it, holding the phone up so they can see the room. And everyone waves at the screen, says hello, and then the call ends and the phone goes back in the pocket. And outside, the neighborhood is lit up. More lights than ever before. Inflatable snowmen, projectors casting moving images onto the sides of houses. Music synced to light displays. Drones flying overhead with cameras recording it all. And every few minutes, a delivery truck pulls up, drops off a package, drives away. Christmas is bigger now, louder, brighter, more visible. But somehow in all of that, it feels smaller because the world is bigger now too. You're not just here in this room, you're everywhere, connected to everyone, seeing what everyone else is doing, how everyone else is celebrating, comparing, wondering, scrolling through photos of trees and tables and smiling families, all of them perfect, all of them filtered. And in the middle of all that noise, it's hard to hear the quiet. It's not that one is better than the other. That's not the point. It's not about judgment. It's not about saying the old way was right and the new way is wrong. It's just different. The 1990s moved slowly because it had to. There was no other option. You couldn't speed things up. You couldn't skip ahead. Christmas came when it came, and you were there for it, or you weren't. The television special aired once. The record played until it was over. The cookies were made because that's what you did. And the people in the room were the only people you had access to, so you paid attention to them. Today moves fast because it can, because we've built a world that allows it, that encourages it. You can do 10 things at once now. You can be in 2 places, you can order gifts at midnight and have them arrive by morning. You can see your family on a screen, even if they're 1,000 miles away. You can curate the perfect Christmas and share it with everyone you've ever known. But speed has a key, and connection has a cost, and convenience has a cost. The cost is presence. The 1970s were contained, bounded, limited, yes, but also focused. There was only so much you could do, and so you did those things fully. You watched the special because it was on. You made the cookies because that's how you got cookies. You sat with the people in the room because there was no one else to sit with. Today is expansive, unlimited. You can do anything, be anywhere, see anyone. But that also means you're never quite anywhere, never quite with anyone, always half somewhere else, always aware of what you're missing, always connected, but never quite present. And Christmas, which used to be a moment, a single focus point in time, has become a season, a months-long event. It starts in October now, November at the latest. The decorations go up earlier. The shopping starts earlier. The music plays earlier. And by the time December 25th actually arrives, some people are already tired of it, already ready for it to be over. But here's the thing, underneath all of that, underneath the technology and the speed and the noise, the feeling is still there. It's still there in the smell of pine, even if it's coming from a candle now. It's still there in the lights, even if they're LEDs on a timer. It's still there in the moment when someone hands you a gift and waits for you to open it, watching your face. It's still there in the song that comes on, the one you've heard 1,000 times, and you stop what you're doing just for a second and listen. It's still there in the snow falling outside, if you're lucky enough to have snow, or the rain, or the cold, or just the dark coming early, the way it does in December. It's still there when you look around the room and realize that everyone you love is here, or most of them, or enough of them. It's still there. You just have to find it. And that's harder now than it used to be, because finding it requires stopping. And stopping is the one thing we've forgotten how to do. So maybe this year, just for a moment, you stop. You put the phone down. You turn off the notifications. You let the playlist run without skipping. You sit with the people in the room and you look at them, really look at them. And you remember that this is what Christmas was always about. Not the tree, not the lights, not the gifts or the food or the decorations. The people, the being there, the staying. Because in the 1970s, you stayed because you had no choice. And today you stay because you choose to. And maybe that's the gift, the one that doesn't come in a box, the one that doesn't need wrapping, the gift of presence, of stillness, of time. The world will still be there tomorrow. The messages will still be waiting. The deliveries will still arrive. But tonight, just for tonight, you're here, and the lights are on, and the tree is standing in the corner. And somewhere faintly you can smell pine. Not from a candle, not from a spray, from the memory itself, from Christmas. The one you carry with you, the one that never really left.